Good morning and welcome to Economic News Worldwide. I'm Lachlan, bringing you the latest news to you every morning at 8. Our top story tonight is the US GDP growth slow. For more information, I crossed to Bree and our guest speaker Kate. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Lachlan, and welcome, Kate. Thank you and good morning, Bree. It's wonderful to be here. You have been invited here this morning to help us understand why the GDP growth has slowed to just 2.2% in the US. First of all, why don't you explain to our viewers what exactly GDP growth is?
Of course. Well, first of all, GDP growth is the gross domestic product. It is the market value of all final goods and services produced within a given period of time. In order to calculate the GDP, it is often split into 4 types of spending: consumption, investment, government purchases, and net exports, the sum of which is the GDP.
Thanks for that, Kate. Now let's talk about the news that the US GDP growth has slowed to just 2.2% in the first quarter of 2012, as reported by the Commerce Department.
Of course, the growth was that of 3% in the previous quarter, and although economists expected a drop to 2.5%, this has not worried the economists as they see a rise in the future. Although technology shares pushed the market higher with the increased worth shares from both Expedia and Amazon.com, the growth was hampered by the large drop in government spending and declines in personal inventories and business investment.
Do you think the online environment has affected the GDP?
Most certainly. Most online company profit margins have increased substantially in the past quarter. For example, Amazon recorded a growth of 14.2%. This can have a negative effect on the GDP. The money spent online was not spent in a store where it could have been taxed and charged at a higher rate. It also encourages people to buy internationally, further hurting the GDP.
Ben Bernanke, the federal chairman of the USA, has stated in a speech earlier this week that he is happy with the overall state of the US economy. In this speech, he put a lot of faith in bond buying being a way to stabilise the economy. How do you respond to this?
I think Mr. Bernanke is quite correct with his statement. The market will almost always return to equilibrium because if interest rates are low, people are more willing to buy bonds. This increases the GDP and eventually raises the price of interest rates till the market reaches a happy medium.
Again, Kate, for keeping us up to date on the workings of economics. Unfortunately, we're out of time for today, but we hope to see you again soon. This is Bree, going back to Lachlan to update us on the latest news.
Thank you, Bree and Kate. For more information on the story, please visit our website. In breaking news, South African job losses mount as strike prompts GDP cuts.